Hello and welcome to a very, very grey and miserable day. Or at least it's grey and miserable in Birmingham where I am. So this week, the attitude of mindfulness I want to look at is patience. And that actually fits very well with a request I've had from someone to deal with the meditation in issues to do with pain management. Because when you have pain or indeed any chronic illness, it's actually very hard to be patient because you don't like having the pain, you don't like having the illness, and you're desperately trying to kind of wish it away. And actually that really doesn't work very well. Well, the first attitude that we covered in this series was acceptance. Because if you have a chronic issue like pain, there's probably not a lot you can do about it. And accepting that you've got it and looking at strategies that you can use to reduce its impact on you is, for so many reasons, the best way to go. Because if you're not busy trying to fight it off, you've actually got more energy to look at, well, okay, how can I cope with it? But however much you know that that's the best way to manage things, you're a human being and you're going to find that you slip into the wrong way of thinking, and that's when you need to be patient. Because one of the key things about mindfulness isn't that it's easy to do, that, we can just all switch it on and suddenly, yes, we're all being wonderfully mindful. It's not. It's hard. It takes a lot of work. That's why daily mindfulness practice, please note the word practice, is so important. Whether your practice is meditation or qigong or anything else. So being patient with yourself because you aren't actually, dealing with things as in the best way that you can, but also being patient with that part of your body that's causing you pain. The natural instinct when you've got a bit of your body that's causing you a problem, like my nice hip here, is to say, oh, wretched hip, it's really playing up. And actually, what you need to do is have some patience with the bit of you that's causing pain, because whichever bit of you is causing pain, it isn't part of a conspiracy, it's just something that's happening. It isn't happening to you as a punishment, it isn't happening to you, for any, major cosmic karmic reason, probably. But if a bit of you is causing problems and your instinct is to say, oh, go away, what you're actually doing is rejecting a part of yourself. And when you reject a part of yourself, you actually send all kinds of negative vibes, and it does have an effect on the whole of you. Because one of the key things that I always try to teach people, and this is Buddhist, it's not specifically to do with mindfulness, it's very Buddhist, is love yourself. Love your body. It's the only body you've got. It might not be perfect. I don't think anybody's body is. And remember all those models that you see on magazine covers, they've been photoshopped. We all have bodies that have got bits wrong with them, bodies that give us problems in parts, bodies that don't look the way we like them. But it's the only body you've got. And if you start off from an attitude of, I hate my body, effectively you're saying, I hate my life. And so being patient with the bits of you that are wrong, the bits of you that are, giving you problem, is actually the first step, because that means you're saying, okay, this is happening, you know, I've just got to be patient. I'll find a way around it. And patience is a very, very key aspect to using mindfulness to control pain. The other thing, I mean, I'm really talking about mindfulness, but obviously in this video I demonstrate Qigong. If you have pain, the gentle movements of Qigong can be very helpful, not only because they encourage you to be mindful and coming back to patience, you need patience with yourself if you know that you're not actually getting the moves or doing the moves quite the way you want to. But if you've got pain, particularly joint pain, the gentle movements that you make with your shoulders and your hands, and if you do it the full set turning from the waist, are actually really good for providing gentle motions in any joints. And we know that if you've got a painful joint, like I've got a painful hip, movement is one of the most important things you can do. But a gentle movement, I overdid the movement. That's one reason why I've been having trouble for a few days. So gentle movement, following the principles of Qigong and working well within yourself, not pushing yourself too much. Memo to self, I need to pay attention to that because I pushed myself. So the gentle movements help with pain management in joints, and this has been proved in medical research. But it's not just the movements, it's the kind of slowing down that you naturally get when you do Qigong. Anyway, I have rabbited on for long enough. So what I'd like to invite you to do is to just get yourself seated or standing, and get yourself seated or standing in the best possible position. So feet a hip width apart, feet flat on the floor. If you're standing, knees very slightly relaxed. If you're sitting, try to make sure that the angles between your hips and your knees and then between your back and your hips, between the angles on your knees and on your hips are not cramped, so they need to be about 90 degrees, or preferably a little bit over 90 degrees if you can manage it. Then engage your core abdominal muscles. That's the same whether you're sitting or standing. Get your back nice and straight, get your neck nice and straight, and then of course when you tell people to get their neck straight, they inevitably tip their head back, so tuck your chin in, and ideally you want the crown of your head to be pointing up at the ceiling. Then I'm going to ask you to just gently scan through your body. Send your awareness down to your feet to make sure that they are flat on the floor. If you're standing, make sure your weight is evenly distributed. And then scan through your body using your breath. And if there are any bits of you that are causing pain or discomfort, just adjust your position. Remember, when you're going through a Qigong set, nothing should cause you pain or discomfort. And if anything does cause you pain and discomfort, then adjust what you do. So I don't want you to be striving to do the move in the most perfect way. I want you to be striving to do the move in the way that's perfect for you and how your body is this morning. And if that means you're making tiny moves, or indeed hardly any moves, or indeed just doing the move in your imagination and just allowing your imagination to imagine that you're moving your arms in the way I'm suggesting, do you know, that's fine. Just have some patience with yourself and with your body if this morning your body doesn't really want to cooperate. So, once you've got yourself seated or standing in an ideal stance, just breathe. Get used to how the movement of the breath gets reflected through the whole of your body. Imagine that the whole of your body is breathing. And then I want you to imagine that you're in that lift, that wonderful lift, the 5-star Rolls Royce of lifts, which has got carpets and big chairs. And when the lift moves, the motor purrs like a Rolls Royce. You can hardly see it, hardly hear it. But this lift has got glass walls, and as you look out through those glass walls, you can see the most beautiful countryside. And as you look out of that countryside, you feel relaxed and calm. And when you're ready, I want you to allow your lift to gently float down one floor at a time. So with every out breath, just allow your lift to float down floor by floor by floor until it reaches the ground. And then turn your arms so that the palms of your hands are facing backwards, or if you're seated, just have them on your lap. And then when you're ready, with your next in-breath, just allow your arms to gently float out in front of you. And as you breathe out, just gently let them float all the way back down. Find your own breath and your own rhythm. And you move your arms as far as you can manage in that one gentle, easy breath. We'll do this move twice more. And then with the next move, allow your arms to float up and then gently turn and spread out a bit. And then as you breathe out, allow them to float back in and back down. As you breathe in, really notice the expansion of your chest and lungs. Try to let the movement of your arms in and out be a response to that expansion and relaxation. Maybe as you breathe in, you can imagine you breathe in good and positive feelings, and as you breathe out, imagine you breathe out any stress or tension like grey smoke. We'll do this move one more time. And then with your next in-breath, raise your arms up as high as you're happy to take them. Don't hunch your shoulders. And as you breathe out, if you're standing, shift your weight slightly to the left, sink on your left side, and allow your right arm to uncurl. If you're seated, raise the heel of your right foot as your right arm uncurls. Then on the in-breath, everything comes back to the starting position. And do the same on the other side. We'll do this move twice more, one more time on each side. As you breathe in, everything comes back to the top, and then turn your palms outwards, and as you breathe out, just allow your hands to gently float all the way down. And then on the in-breath, allow your arms to gently float up. Doesn't matter how big a movement you make. If all you can do is a very small movement, which if you're seated, that's quite likely, then that's fine. Be aware of your shoulders, be aware of your arms and hands and elbows, and don't do anything that causes pain or discomfort. And we'll do this move twice more. And then as you breathe out on the last move, just allow your hands to gently float down in front of you, ready to balance your chi. So as you breathe in, imagine you feel around a small ball. Then as you breathe out, imagine you push it underwater. It's a very small ball. Be careful to take your hands no higher than your heart. Breathe in, smooth around that ball, breathe out and push it down, and then last time for this move. And this time as you breathe out, just allow your hands to gently come to rest in front of your tummy or in your lap or by your side, wherever works for you. And just for a moment, stand and breathe. And just get that feeling of everything settling back to where it should be. And then I'd like you to get yourself into position for the meditation. So while you're getting yourself settled, I'm going to have a slurp of coffee, wet me whistle. And then get yourself comfortable for the meditation. And first of all, I want you to have at the front of your mind a feeling of gratitude to yourself. Gratitude that you're allowing yourself this time to do something that you know is going to help you. Congratulate yourself for having that amount of love for yourself. And then just a reminder, you don't have to close your eyes for a mindfulness meditation. It's entirely up to you. But mindfulness isn't about clearing your mind, it's about being aware of your mind and of your body and what's going on with your mind and your body in this moment. So, making sure that you are comfortable, feeling free to make any adjustment to your position that you need at any time during the meditation. First of all, I'd like you to notice any sounds that are reaching your ears. Obviously, there's the sound of my voice, but there may be other sounds, clocks, animals, children, traffic. I don't want you to reach out for sounds, and I want you to try and let go of the natural tendency to classify or identify any sounds that you can hear, because they're just sounds. And they come and they go. And right here, right now, nobody is expecting anything of you. So you don't need to expect anything of yourself. And all you need to do is just be present in this moment and this breath. So bring your awareness to your breath, just noticing the gentle, natural rhythm of your breathing, a rhythm that happens without your conscious awareness. So you can just stand aside and watch it happen. Think of your breath as an anchor. So with your awareness of your breath, you can anchor yourself into this moment. And as you do that, just become aware that whatever else may be going on, all that matters right here, right now, is just this breath coming in, just this breath going out. And anytime you notice that your mind has wandered away from your breath or wandered away from what I'm suggesting you focus on, that's okay. You have a normal human mind, it's going to happen. But when you notice it's happened, you're actually being mindful. And then all you need to do is to allow that thought to float away like a balloon in the sky. And just bring your awareness back once more to your breath or to what I'm saying. Now I want you to use your breath to explore your body. To start off with, I want you to take a deep breath full of love and gratitude. And I want you to allow that feeling of love and gratitude to slowly spread throughout the whole of your body. You'll take maybe 3 or 4 gentle, easy breaths to allow that feeling to spread throughout your whole body. And now I'd like you to use your breath to scan through your body and to identify sensations and maybe even pain or discomfort that you identify in your body. So with each brain breath, can you explore a different part of your body? It's up to you. And in every part, just notice what sensations you have in that part of your body. Maybe initially just notice those parts of you that aren't calling for attention. Just acknowledge them and send some of that gratitude to them. But if you have parts of your body that are causing you pain or discomfort, what I'd like you to do is to breathe down into that part or those parts of your body. Just pick one part at a time if you have more parts that hurt. Just breathe down into that area that's causing you pain or discomfort. Use your breath to explore that part of your body. Really become aware of all the sensations that you have. Because when you turn towards the sensations, you stop fighting them, and you then have more energy to deal with them. As you use your breath to explore all the sensations that you have, you may very well notice that actually the feelings aren't what you expected them to be. Maybe what felt like one unbroken block of sensation actually isn't. Maybe it rises and falls. As you focus in, maybe you will discover that it isn't really the whole of your back that hurts, it's just your lower back. As you explore and come to know the parts of your body that are causing you pain, you may very well discover things that you didn't expect. And now bring your awareness back to your breath. Just becoming aware of the rise and fall. And just anchoring yourself into this moment. Just focusing your attention on the sensations that go with your breathing. And I want you to think about how you would respond if you saw a friend who was in trouble. Want to show them support, maybe give them a hug. What I'd like you to do now is to respond to any part of your body that is causing you pain in exactly that way. So can you take in a breath filled with love and support and breathe down into that part of your body that is causing you pain and discomfort? Maybe imagine your breath enfolding that part of your body in a loving, supportive hug. Maybe imagine your breath gently massaging that part of your body that is causing you pain and discomfort. And if you find this idea difficult to do, then be patient with yourself. It does take time and practice, so be patient. And every time you find that your thoughts have gone the wrong direction, just anchor yourself once more into your breath. And then try again with the idea of massaging that part of you that's causing you pain with a gentle, loving breath to enfold that part of you in a gentle, loving hug and gentle, loving massage. So bring your awareness back once more to your breath. Just let your awareness of the rise and fall of your breath anchor you into this moment. And as you put your attention onto your breath, just notice what you notice in the rest of your body. Of course, there's a limit to how much we can pay attention to, and actually we can choose where we put our attention. So just notice the gentle rise and fall as you gently become aware of the natural rhythm of your breathing. Just allowing every in-breath and every out-breath to happen quite naturally. Remind yourself that your breath is an anchor that can anchor you into this moment. Remind yourself that your breath can be an anchor to anchor you into a moment when nobody is expecting anything of you. Now it's time to let your awareness start to move outwards. So I'd like to invite you once more to become aware of your body. Noticing where your body is. Noticing the sensations that you have and accepting them and being patient that you have those sensations. And then allow your awareness to move outwards so that you become aware of the room and the sounds from both inside and outside the room. Then when you're ready, bring yourself back to normal awareness. But as you do, keep in the front of your mind the thought that you can actually recall this nice relaxed feeling that you have simply by focusing your awareness on your breath anytime you need to. The image of your breath as an anchor is actually a very important one. And it's one reason why I use that imagery so often. So, I hope you found that helpful. If you've watched this and thought, oh, well, that isn't quite my problem, but maybe mindfulness can help with something else, then you know how to contact me. Please feel free to share this video with anyone else that you think might benefit from it. And even if they won't benefit from this one so much, share it anyway and tell them there's lots of other videos there. The videos can be found on the Crystal Wolf Qigong and Mindfulness page and also on the Crystal Wolf Holistic Care YouTube channel. I have a Patreon page where they're also stored, and if you enjoy these videos but think that you would like more video time, then do please feel free to head on over to my Patreon page. The link is given at the top of the Crystal Wolf Qigong and Mindfulness page and is also on the YouTube channel. So pop on over there and look at the levels of sponsorship that I'm asking for, and it's really not that much. If you've got any questions, queries, comments, you know how to contact me. And I will look forward to doing next week's video, which was actually going to be the last one in this series of looking at the attitudes of mindfulness, but I'll probably do a 10th video anyway, where I try to draw everything together into one complete whole, which could be quite challenging, but I'll give it a go anyway. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoy whatever you're doing for the rest of the day.